everybody. This is the Y Guy. We're here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. We're here with
Lizette.
Lizette. How are you doing today, Lizette?
I'm doing okay today. It's nice out here.
Yeah, awesome music down at Rosa Parks, so it's been fun. This is where we met. We had a great conversation beforehand. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being willing to get on camera and have an interview. Thank you. Are you from Grand Rapids?
I was raised here, but I'm from Mexico City.
Okay. Why do you stick around here?
The people here are warm. I did move to other states. I moved to Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I moved to Atlanta, Georgia, for a while. And the people here, the city, the music, the environment, they just always makes me come back.
That's awesome. I love that message too. It's always usually about the people involved in everything. So that's awesome. What do you do to earn a living right now?
Right now I work at a retail store.
Okay. How's that treating you? Why'd you choose that?
Because I needed a break from all the big things I was doing. And that was, unfortunately, the nicest break that I could find and still make a living,
I got you. Is it treating you pretty well so far,
Yeah,
though?
so far so good.
That's good. I love to hear that. My big question for you is, do you think that if your story was told to somebody, that could make an impact on their life?
I believe so, because somebody else's story impacted my life as well.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah.
That's awesome.
There's always somebody there that needs to hear what somebody else has been going through.
Yeah, you get to pay it forward too. So I really love that message. Thank you so much. Have you dealt with struggle?
I have.
Okay. What's one thing that you've been through that you'd be willing to talk about?
A few years ago, I was working at the job of my life that I love with all my heart with my ex-husband, and he unfortunately left me for another woman that worked there. And I had to leave my work, and I had to leave my city, and I had to leave my home, I had to leave my dog, I had to leave my entire life because of that happening to me. So.
Wow. Well, sorry to hear about that, but at the same time, thank you so much for being willing to open up about that, because I'm sure you may have talked to a couple people about it, but maybe not a random guy in the street and or on camera. So that's a huge deal. Thank you so much. And we were talking about this, what you went through a little bit through that time. Could you open up a little bit about like the struggle that you were dealing with at the time?
Yes. So I actually picked up drinking very heavily, and I crashed my car and I totaled my car. I had to go to a probation, things that happen to people when they don't do the right things. I lost thousands of jobs. I became homeless for a while. It's been tough. It's been tough to get back out there and say enough is enough, and I need rehab, and that probably saved my life.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And you built up the courage to do that. And I'm sure, were you thinking about doing that for a long time, and then you finally built up the courage to actually make it happen?
I was under the impression that I didn't have a problem. That it was my depression and not my other problem. And I ended up at the hospital several times, and I became jaundiced. And one day I went to the hospital and I was like, I'm dying, I'm literally dying. And the doctor said, you will die, and if you don't die, you're gonna kill somebody. So I put myself in there, and it was tough, it was hard, it was in my culture very taboo for my family. Very hard to come clean about, it was my decision and nobody put me there, but it's totally saved me.
Wow, that's awesome to hear. I'm glad that you're on the up curve of the scenario, the situation that you were in. What's something that you do probably every day that just helps you keep the upbeat, positive attitude that you have?
I like to get to know people, obviously.
I love that.
I like to, hear people's stories. I really enjoy hearing people's stories because somebody's story saved my life. Somebody's story told me that I wasn't wrong for having a problem or for still hurting or for hurting more some days or for some days feeling like I do need to pick up a bottle of something and
Yeah.
having to not,
Wow.
or having to do it and go to a meeting and cry about it,
Yeah.
and have everybody just hug you and say, this is not your last time, probably. Don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up because this is a process and your life is getting better. It's not where it needs to be or where you want it to be. And that's the message I want. If you're struggling through something like that, you're gonna struggle. It's not, you don't just go to rehab and get out and you're perfect.
Yeah.
You're gonna have days where you cry about it, where you feel sick and you can't take a Tylenol, So
Wow. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That's going to impact a lot of people. Just your openness, your willingness, and like you said, to pay it forward, the desire to just offer your story to somebody. It's like someone's done it for you, so you get the opportunity to do it now.
Yeah.
Thank you for seeing that, and thank you for offering your story.
if I can say one last thing to people is that you will lose a lot of people. A lot of people are gonna leave you, but you will meet great people, strangers on the street that don't know nothing to you, and will give you a lot more than those people that left you
Yeah.
when you were struggling.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for adding that too. Do you think that there's power in communication?
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's how we learn. That's why we have a mouth and we talk and
Yeah.
that's why.
Yep. It almost seems like an obvious question, but it's. I appreciate your answer to that. Thank you so much. And lastly, do you think a message like unity could make an impact in
Yes.
our world right now?
Yes. Don't judge other people because of what they're going through, because you don't know when your daughter is gonna go through it, your mother is gonna go
Wow.
through it, your best friend, you, your husband, your wife. You don't know that.
Very true. Thank you so much.
No,
That's all
thank
we
you.
got.
Yeah, that's all we got.
But that was, I would say, I've probably known for saying this almost every time, but that was one of the best interviews that I've
Oh,
had.
thank you.
Best
Thank you.
conversations that I had. Your willingness to break into depth is gonna make your connectability like boom. Like so many people are gonna be able to feel what you just said. So thank you so
good,
much.
and
I
that's why we do
appreciate it.
this, right?
Yeah. Mind if I get a hug from you?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you, Lisa. That was so awesome.
Thank you.
Lovely.